Hey guys! Today's video is going to be a lot shorter than the last one, but I want to talk to you about folder questions. A lesson that I did that the students really liked, I really liked, was what my mentor teacher called folder questions, and she gave me this idea and I just ran with it and I loved it. So all she would do was she would have like a file folder, manila folder, whatever, and inside there would be a piece of paper with a question and instructions for the students. There would be 5 folders in total, each with a different question, and then the students would be grouped so that there are 5 groups, or however many folders you have, that would be how many groups you have of students. And each group would start off with 1 folder, and then at the end of like 10 minutes, they would switch folders until the whole class has seen all 5 folders and answered all the questions. And they work as a group to answer these questions about, I mean, it really could be about any lesson that you're doing, but specifically we did this for the books and the short stories that we were reading. And the students told me that they really like this activity. For example, one of the questions was, how does the book use symbolism? How does the story use symbolism? And then the instructions would be, make sure to answer the question completely, 3 to 5 sentences. I took this a step further, and to make sure that every student was participating, I had each student assign themselves a job. I called it the 5 R's. I'm so creative. But I had each student pick a role. So there was the researcher, the reader, the recorder, the rechecker, and the responsible party. The reader was the person who read the question and instructions to the group. The researcher checked the book for the answer to, and they had to, I made them cite also like the page number and stuff. So they were the person who checked for the answer, found the answer, and cited the page. The rechecker rechecked that answer, went through and made sure that it was correct. The recorder was the person who wrote down the answer for the group. And then the responsible party was the person who was in charge of keeping everybody on task. And if things like veered off task, they brought everybody back. And the students were really good about picking people who were fit for the roles. I just like this idea because then it like brings everybody together and everybody's got a job, and it keeps one person from doing everything. I did the first session, I did it with the folders, and then the second session I did it electronically. So we use Google Classroom in the classroom, and instead of having everybody get a folder and pass it around, because that ended up taking a little bit more time than I wanted it to, and it got a little crazy and hectic. Instead, I had all of the questions on Google Classroom as their own separate document, and each student got a copy of it, and they still got into their groups, worked as a group, and everything was the same except it was all electronic. And I did tell them that because like in the first example, the hard copy example, there was only 1 piece of paper and everybody turned it in as their grade. I told them that they were allowed to share their answers. I needed a copy from everybody. Everybody needed to type the answers and send them in to me, but the recorder could just type up all the answers, share it with them, and then they could just copy paste or whatever. So that was fine with me. But they seem to really like that too, because they really like using that technology in the classroom. So yeah, that was a hit for me. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing about this lesson. I really want to talk more about the lessons that I felt were really successful for me, and even some of the ones that flopped. But leave me a comment down below letting me know one of your favorite lessons, or if you've ever done a lesson like this. Make sure to like and subscribe if you like this video. Yeah, I think that's all I have for you guys in this one. I will see you in the next one. Bye!